Good evening, my wonderful friends, my Friday frolickers, and I hope you're all very, very well, and I hope you've all had a wonderful day. And as you can see, I'm wearing a jumper. I'm jumperless, should I say? It's not bad actually up here. You know, it's like the last few weeks it's been tipping near the minus and whatnot, and I'm there in my fingerless gloves and my tit for tat and good evening, my dear friends. But anyway, let's have a look, see who's in the chat. Let's have a look. And yes, good evening, Andrew, my good friend Andrew Luke. If you're not subscribed to his channel, he does a lot of things about Doctor Who, and he's very, very good at it. He's probably forgotten more than what most people will know. Absolutely fantastic at it, and very good. Good evening, Billy Kershaw. Sorry I've been called away. With a bit of luck, I might make the last hour. Not a problem, my friend. Don't worry about it. If I don't catch you later on, you have a fantastic weekend. Good evening, Ted Boy. And Stephen Bank here, my good evening. Yes, good evening, Master Frolics. The one, the only Daily Blasé and Fun Friday Frolics to my frolicking friends. Absolutely. Oh, thank you very much for that. Welcome to my show, and I hope we have a good giggle and a good laugh together. And good evening to one of my fantastic moderators, Alistair Kerr. Can't do this show without the wonderful Alistair. So give him a good like for all his efforts, because he does very, very well. Does fantastic for me, and couldn't be without him. Yes. And welcome the one and only, the wonderful, the beautiful, the fantastic Scott. You know, well, damn me, I'm here waiting at the start for once. Got me. It's been a shite week a bit, so I'm looking forward to having this Fun Friday. Well, that's what we try to do. That's what we do try to do, my good friend. We do try to at least have a good laugh, because we do have that little bit of gallows humour, you know, while everything's going to hell in a handcart. We're definitely going to try and at least have a good giggle for at least a couple of hours. So anyway, but yes, and David McGuinness, good afternoon, my dear friend. And if you're not subscribed to the two Davis, what you do realise, yeah, if you want to keep up to date with what's happening in Scotland and the independence march, well, the March for Independence, I should say, Davies, the two Davies are your go-to people, and they're doing absolute fantastic live stream. And let's see if there's anybody else. Stephen McNeil, good afternoon, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a lovely day. And see if there's anybody else. I've not missed God's last sis. Yes, good evening. Good evening, my lovely daughter. Hope you've had a lovely day. What I will say is, I've got a lovely little treat for you. You're going to love this. I'm just looking forward to hear you giggling in the room next door, me, because when you see this, you're going to love it. And we've got the two professionals in the chat, my friends. We've got the fantastic Reagan Elite. If you're not and Donkey Dave, if you're not subscribed to these two legends, and Reagan Elite, as far as I know, he's got a show at 7, so hopefully we'll be gone. Well, it won't be hopefully. I will be gone by 7. Don't want to cut into the professionals, you know. I'm just the Nick Abbott of live streams. But good evening, Reagan Elite, and good evening, Donkey Dave. If you're not subscribed to them, you should do. They're absolutely brilliant at what they do. Yes. Eric Davison, good evening, my friend. Hope you're very, very well. Yes. Also from up northeast. Aye. northeast. I was just thinking about my time when I were up in Durham today. I was like, I don't know what, but it just reminded me when I went with my dad there and spent a week in Ashwinning, and it was one of them places where if you cross the road, you'd seen everything. And after about 4 days, I was talking to my wife, I started going, "Aye, pet," and I'm like, I've got to get out of here. I'm losing my Yorkshire twang. But good evening, Eric Davison. Hope you're well, and hope you've had a lovely day. Cathal OG, hope you're well, and welcome to my Friday Frolic. And the same with Phil McCracken. Good evening, my friend. Wake up and smell the rosaries again. Good evening, and so glad you. Simon says good evening. It's so good to see you all here, and let's just enjoy this this bit of a Friday where we just enjoy what's going on in the world. Oh, and it's basically what's been happening, you could say, around the world, and over the last week. That's what we try to do, and have a bit of a good giggle at it. And remember last week when you know, when you can always tell when it's silly season, because silly season is starting, because last week, and we had the CPAC, the CPAC, and the convention, you know, where all the lunatics convene to talk about you know, woke or whatever, and this and that and the other. Well, what happened is we sent them over our finest. No, we're not talking about when not someone serious. No, we sent over our finest mental case. Yes, Liz Truss. Yes. So she went over to do her speech to get, basically get the lunatics all going, and she did not disappoint. Take it away, Noreen Skinner.
Hello, it's me, Liz Truss. Now, I conquered the UK, so I've come out to the US of A to do the same thing. So, I forced myself into joining up with Trump and Musk's committee, DOGE, Doggy. I get to wear a lead in everything. Oh, Cosy, I miss you. Take me back. Let's get dogging and annihilate the West. Climate change, gone. Human Rights Act, gone. BBC, gone. Traitors, gone. Let's drill, baby, drill. And flood this zone with muskrats or musk puppies if we have some. And I'm going to be creating a new social media platform where free speech will reign. A bit like MySpace, where, because I'll be the creator, everyone will have to be my friend. Move aside, Tom. And you can write anything you want, like how much you love me, want me to be president, and how much you hate the left and the deep state. No lefties allowed in my space. We have been repressed for too long, and our ideals help this world. We won't repeat the same mistakes again. We won't repeat the same mistakes again. Free cheese and pork for all who enter. Like my new boyfriend Elon Musk is doing, get your chainsaw out and cut the oil pipes and flood yourself with the stuff. Flood yourself. Flood! I'm not mad, I'm just realistic. Live for president! Live for president! Who's with me? Live for president! Join in! Live... No. We'll work on it. Goodbye!
Oh, ain't she a national treasure, our Noreen Skinner? Ain't she an absolute treasure? She, yes, absolutely. Flood yourself, flood. I just had a laugh when she did that. I love that laugh. It made me chuckle. She's brilliant, is Noreen Skinner. She's absolutely hilarious. and like, as I say, she'll have been absolutely you could say that you could say that she would have been absolutely well and truly. I'm trying to think of the word. She'll be well at home with all them lunatics, wouldn't she? She would have been our Nerine Skinner, and but also the let's just say the piss taking of our Liz Truss didn't end there, because when our Liz Truss goes to CPAC to make a complete arse of herself, if you're a bit of a political satirist, you do have to cash in. And our Matilda Thorpe, she didn't disappoint. And this is quite hilarious.
Thank you. My name is Liz Truss, and I'm going to start with a joke. I crashed the economy in 49 days. Boom, boom. I'm so excited to be standing here with some of the greatest Nazi-saluting politicians of our time, and also the ones who are trying to gaslight us into thinking it's just a perfectly friendly arm gesture that we all do. I'm very excited to launch today my new media company, Liz Great Broadcasting Truss, Quality Plus, a bit like Disney Plus, or LGBTQ Plus for short. Many people ask me, Liz, why, when you started out as a Lib Dem and then a Tory, have you ended up at the Trump MAGA CPAC convention? And my answer is, of course, no one else will have me. The whole of the UK is crying out for President Trump to come over to us and take our minerals. Unfortunately, we only have clay and coal. We do have some rare gemstones, but they're locked away in the Royal Crown. Thank you for having me. Where do I go now? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Liz. You've entertained us enough. That was a fantastic Matilda Thorpe. They're both brilliant, aren't they? That's a good idea. Skinner should try MTG impression. Plenty of scope to joke about there. Oh, don't you worry. I've got a little something for... about our whatever you call her, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's mad as a box of frogs, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah. So I noticed there were a couple more who come into the chat. There was Jeannie Bottle. Good evening, Jeannie Bottle, and good evening, Spank the Monkey. I hope you're both very, very well, and thank you for joining us for a bit of a good giggle this couple of hours on a Friday. And let's see, doggies are pleased passing off before they get put down. Who let the mental case out of the nut house? The thing is, she'd have been well at home. She's well at home there, isn't she? She's off a chomping. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Look, flood yourself, flood. She's brilliant. She is. She's absolutely brilliant. Well, both very, very good. Absolutely. God's last this. What was that laugh about? She does that brilliant Liz Truss laugh to a T, because you can imagine her laughing like that, and I love the wave at the end there. You can imagine if Liz Truss had done that CPAC. They just looked at it and I think, now would they? Would they thought she's on something? There's something wrong with her, or would they just think, oh, that's just normal for you? Who knows? But anyway. Well, as I say, remember last week. I remember last week when. I'm sorry, I had to do this because this is just hilariously funny, because when it comes to is Jeannie, good evening, Jeannie Lefter. Hope you're well. I hope you're very, very well. Hope you've had a lovely day. But remember when they both Donald Trump and Elon did that bit of a interview with I can't remember, is it Sean Hannity? And let's just say it was a bit, how can I put it? It was a bit bonkers, wasn't it? It's like, I think Maggie Reid did a little something on it, but clearly someone's done a little something on this that is very, very, very good, and I think it probably is a bit AI-ish, but let's just say whoever did it has done very, very well, because it just basically in 20 seconds sums up what the whole thing was about.
Fat slob, a Nazi loser, an asshole licker.
Both of you must be keenly aware of how much I love to stick my tongue up your assholes.
An uncensored interview that will shock you.
I'm getting really good at eating Elon's ass, but nobody eats ass like you do, Sean.
Tonight on the Anal Lingus channel. Fat.
Yes, that summed up the whole interview in 20 seconds, didn't it? Yes. 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 Because, like, now I didn't see the interview, Spank the Monkey, car crash, but I have to say that I certainly wouldn't have been able to watch that nonsense. Would it that bad, Scott? Mikey Famine, legend. Well, I'll be good afternoon for you if I remember rightly. Hello there, my dear friend. Hope you're well. If you're not subscribed to the Bin Cop podcast, you should get yourself. You want you to leave this live stream now. Head over to Bin Podcast, and I want you to subscribe, because you won't get any sensible stuff here. You'll get plenty of that, and you'll learn so much about what happens in America and American Constitution and stuff like that with both Mikey and Tim, as they are the brain boxes. Well, I just do silly stuff on this show. Good evening, Billy Kershaw. Glad to see you back. So I want you all to head off now to the Bin Podcast and get subscribing. I demand it. Now, subscribe to the Bin Podcast. You'll learn so much. They are absolutely brilliant, and they do fantastic live streams as well. So, but anyway, good evening, my good friend Mikey Famine. Hope you're very well. Hope your day's going very, very well. Yeah. As that tasted like China. Yeah, probably will have been. Yeah. No worries. No worries. It's always turn up in when I certainly can. When I certainly can. If I'm not off somewhere, I always pop in, because I always enjoy it, because I'll always learn something. The only trouble is you won't learn anything here. You might have a good laugh, get a good laugh, but yeah, exactly. Spank the Monkey. China. Thank you for that, Alistair. Thank you. Yes, get over there now and subscribe. What they'll have probably forgotten more about the American Constitution and what's happening than I'll have ever remembered. Good evening or good afternoon, Sonic. I hope you're very, very well, and thank you for popping in for my Friday Frolic. And good afternoon, Steve Binning. Hope you're well. I feel a bit sick after that last video. Just the thought of it. Yes, I can totally understand. Yes, I totally understand. It's not a nice place to be. But yes, Spank the Monkey. Yes, I have to say I'm a bit of a terrible shell. You know, you stroke it, caress it, tickle it, or even press it. It's entirely up to you what you do with it. The like button in the privacy of your own home. Just do it. You know you want to. Yes, yes. Is that right, Andrew? The Bin Podcast also seems available on the podcast provider of your choice. Excellent. Oh, I might have to look out for that. As I more or less watch it on the YouTube because I'm usually flitting around, see what's available, what's happening. I might have to look out for that. But anyway, let's do a bit of crack on. Now, do we all remember? I have to say, I don't mind a bit of AI, but I thought this was hilariously funny because they've been saying that when it comes to Doge, the nutcase that is Space Karen, he wants everybody to write down the 5 things that they've done this week. Well, our vice president, he managed to get that from our vice president Donald Trump to write down what he's been doing while he's been working for the American people.
Dear Elon, I hope you're doing great. You're probably busy searching Fort Knox, or checking the photos of most wanted at the post office to see how they voted, or running the world as usual. But, as you requested, here's a summary of what I did last week, and it was quite an extraordinary week, I must say. First, I spent 3 full days playing golf. Yes, 3. You know how it is. I had the best rounds of my life. In fact, Tiger Woods himself was there. He was very impressed, I'm sure. He told me I'm probably the best golfer of all time, like better than him even. I would have played 4 days of golf, but I am too busy. Then I made my usual appearance on Fox News, where I dominated. Sean Hannity himself was never more interested in an interview. And it's hard booking a spot on Fox News. You would think I have the connections even with Laura working there now. Isn't she great? A voice like an angel. Later, I visited CPAC. Let me tell you, Elon, the crowd was massive. Standing ovations, love from everyone. Even Matt Schlapp was excited. I saw him going into the men's room over and over, probably to tell people to come see the speech. Oh, and I drove a car at a NASCAR track. That's right, I took the wheel. The crowd went wild. It was a true American moment. People loved it. Many people are saying I would have won that race. I win every race. So in short, a truly incredible week. Now I gotta get back to work. So much to do. Make sure you force other federal employees to write their letters too. Love, Vice President Donald Trump. I really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?
Yes, as you can tell, our Donny baby has been hard at work for the American people. So I think our President Elon will be very, very happy. Yes, but yes. I thought that might tickle your fancy there. The way he glided forward. Whee! I know what you mean, Stephen Bank. Yeah, I'm sick of Trump already again. Yes. Is this the new department? Douche? Yes, it probably is. I only use YouTube. I can't just about get a I can't just get a handle on it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, but like I say, yes, and I thought you'd all enjoy that. The 3.5 mile per weekend playing golf is the bill taxpayer pay for security and cost of staying at Mar-a-Lago. That won't surprise me, really, would it? Now, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Well, I know what you mean, Stephen Banky. When it comes to comedy, it's has that wonderful way of sort of using humour to basically just tell the truth. So looking at Trump is It's like that feeling when you get a poo and look at it before flushing. But he's one of them that never flushes though, unfortunately. He just seems to keep coming back. So anybody thinks he's going to leave after 4 years, don't be surprised if he doesn't. Now that's a scary thought, isn't it? Did you see the Trump Gaza promo vid that he shared? I haven't, but what I've heard, it's in pretty poor taste from what I've heard, and it just basically sums up the man, doesn't it? I think Umpa my God, I need to get my teeth in. I think Oompa Loompas with gigantism is evil. Yes. All does the craziest things. Yeah, exactly. Regularly. Yeah. Keep laughing at Trump. Everyone else is at it. Absolutely. Yes. An overtly buoyant turd. Yeah, I totally agree, my friend Mikey. Totally agree. Yes. Good evening, Mad Monk. Another one of my fantastic moderators. Couldn't do the show without you. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you've had a good day, and hope you've had a good week as well. Is it a crime for someone to orange up? I think it should be, my friend. Yeah, Monk, but it's not Christmas for another 10 months. It's time for spitting image to make another return, methinks. The political landscape is gagging for it again. Oh, yeah. See, that's an interesting thought. Because I watched a bit of the second one, but I remember growing up to the first one, and I just thought that was just... I felt it was way better now. Maybe it's because I was a lot younger then, and I'm maybe just a bit biased, but I enjoyed the first one because it was just hilariously funny. And I suppose in a way, when it comes to the second spitting image, it was always going to be tough, really, because in the crazy world of politics this year, it's even harder for the satirists, isn't it? It is just really, really difficult for them, because if anybody had been doing the sort of stuff that was that they're doing now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure they'd last that long. But Rumpy's comedy gold. Every day, some new joke. It is also terrible. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, I have to say, I don't get me wrong. When it came to the second one, I did enjoy it. It was enjoyable, but I just thought, was it as good as the first one? I'm not sure it was, but maybe I'm just being a bit biased on that. But I'm with you on that when it comes to spitting image. But anyway, somebody mentioned that Nerine Skinner should do a Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that's quite a good idea. But we already do have somebody who does an excellent Marjorie Taylor Greene, because I'll just say, when it comes to this, need to write down, right? Well, it's not Marjorie Taylor Greene. I've just realised who it was, but it's somebody who's just as mental. But somebody else who's working in the department, and who's been told she must, what you call it? She must write down 5 things that she does, and that is Lauren Boebert. Take it away.
Dear Comics, I heard that Doge wanted to know 5 things that we did at work last week. So here is my list. Number 1, I was selected for the House Declassification and Transparency Force, which is a very prestigious job. Number 2, I looked up what declassification and transparency meant. I'm still a little confused, but I've got my staff working overtime on it. Number 3, I had a little ball with the ball, da bang, da dang, diggy diggy with my new boyfriend, Kid Rock. It was fun. Number 4, I picked up my clapmans. And number 5, went to church with my new boyfriend. Gave him a handy. Dear Complex, I heard
Yes, what could possibly go wrong? Yes, that was a wonderful Maggie read. I think she's brilliant as Maggie Reid. She does some fantastic stuff, just to help us get through the absolute nonsense we're going to have to deal with for the next 4 years, and possibly even longer if he has his own way. Yes, but she's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely regularly. She's really, really funny. Spitting Image helped me get over my fear of puppets. Still feel a bit sick around them. Is that right? My God. Wow. I suppose in a way, yeah, probably would do it. Because I remember when I watched, there were an old horror film about dolls, and they were doing them dark angles where they'll look straight up to the faces, and they just looked quite scary, I suppose. As in Hislop says, real life is at the moment more satirical than could be made up. Yeah, I think you're right there, Scott, because more often than not, I'll wake up in the morning and my first thing's, I'll look at the news, see what stupid thing he's done. Because you can guarantee he will do something really, really stupid, won't he? That's the way he is. And like I've said before, I've said it a few times, and I think there's some merit in it. And whether Mikey will agree with me, I think while Trump is distracting, you've got Musk looting. Chuckley's gonna get you. Chucky's gonna get you. Yes, yeah, I remember that film. I still remember it when I was growing up. Yes. One of them films, the sort of like films you'd go and watch when you were a kid and try and look hard in the cinema with your mates to pretend you're not scared, but deep down inside, just like every one of your mates still trying to look tough and hard, pretending that you're not scared, you're absolutely bricking it. I know what you mean. Simon says, yeah, can't handle 4 weeks of Trump, let alone 4 years. And do I know what you mean? It's because, like, as I say, you wake up in the morning and you just think, what's he done today? We all know Dominic Cummings comes from planet Yes, I have to say they did a brilliant job on him when it came to the last Spitting Image. That was just hilariously funny. I wonder if he ever watched it and saw the funny side of it. Something tells me I don't think he probably did, but he doesn't look the type, does he? But or when you do hear him talk, he doesn't seem to sound like the type. What do you guys think? But I say, when it comes to Maggie Reid, she's absolutely brilliant at what she does. And here's I saw a little bit of a tweet from a couple of, I think it was a couple of days ago, and I just thought it absolutely sums up what's happening in America. And remember that film Idiocracy? Whoever wrote that film was ahead of his time, because you see this bit and you just think, my God. Doesn't that look, what you class, doesn't it look eerily similar?
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
That's what I thought!
Yeah, when you watch that, you just think, wow, he must have had a crystal ball. He must have gone a little bit far. What our demonic comings has no sense of humour. Is that what you're trying to say, DP? I wouldn't possibly say spanked a monkey. I certainly cannot commit on that comment. I don't understand the premise of your question. Good evening, Ad Archive. I hope you're very, very well. But yeah, when you look at that film, Idiocracy, and what you're seeing now, you get the feeling it wasn't a film. It was just more of a documentary. I can imagine if you watch it now. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say he was off his tits on ketamine. Yeah, that won't surprise me. Because there's something you watch. When I saw that, and then when I saw that little clip with the what they call it, Idiocracy, you just think, my God. I haven't watched Idiocracy for a while. I might have to. Good evening, Perry. I think you're onto something there. You know, that could be onto something. Yeah, Idiocracy meets Handmaid's Tale. That's a good. I think that's a very, very good shout. Good evening, Jan. Good evening, Jan Wallace. Hope you're well. Hope you're very, very well. And from France, has the weather been nice for you? Might well say that, but I couldn't possibly commit. Yes. I do not understand the premise of your question. I'm reminded of Nathan Barlett and the rise of the idiots, grown men in the street on children's tricycles. Yes, totally Nathan Barley. I've not seen that. I'm going to have to look that one up, definitely. I will have to definitely look that one up. Nathan Barley, yeah, the rise of the idiots. They won't look out of place in this political environment now. You need to watch Nathan Bailey, Chris Morris at his finest. Oh, I definitely will have to watch that. Yes, I totally agree with you there, Reagan. Yeah, lots of awesome people in the chat. Yes, you're all absolutely fantastically awesome, and you without a shadow of a doubt, you help this live stream, and you also help to make this channel grow. So I'm forever in your debt for that. So yeah, totally agree. It's on YouTube, Nathan. It's all 6 episodes on YouTube. Nathan Bailey by Chris Morris and Charlie Brooker. Yes, I'm definitely going to have to look. Well, I'm definitely going to have to look that one up without a shadow of a doubt. Then, yes, it's been a lovely day, but a bit nippy. Temperature dropping to -2 tonight and staying cold till Tuesday. Oh, don't need that, do you? Certainly don't. But has anybody seen the MAGA's new press secretary? Oh, she seems a bit off her meds, a little bit of something, doesn't she? She doesn't seem, how can I put it, all there. She seems to be a bit preacher man. Yes, she's definitely a bit bonkers, and something tells me I don't think she'll last too long. But I came across this little bit of a comedy sketch, and I just think it just sums her up perfectly. and it's absolutely brilliant.
The White House wanted me to do some things to humanize me. And this is gay and ridiculous. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is gay and ridiculous. Oh. As open as our borders, huh? You dumb fucking cunt. One time my mom tried to teach me how to make tacos. I had her deported. I'm just joking. Or has the plan B scrambled that sweaty ball sack you call your brain and you don't get it? You know why I like milk? I'll give you one guess. It's why. My dad told me if you can't be an interesting woman, you better be a hateful bitch. What do I have for breakfast? I dip a tampon in some vodka, roll it around in some crushed up Adderall, and shove it up my ass like a real woman. You know I'm in the right bathroom when I'm doing it. Sometimes I'm in the hallway. What would Jesus do? Shoot you in the fucking face.
Yes, that's the press secretary doing normal things. Did anybody see the lady who addresses the Republican guy, Madam Chairman, during a meeting? He isn't happy. She reminds him that he voted against compelling people to use correct pronouns. Oh no! Salute à tout le monde. That's right. Love a bit of French. Yes, and clearly so did Donald Trump, obviously. But we'll get to that a bit later on. Yes, exactly, Reagan. She sounds wonderful. That's her doing normal things. Sounds pretty sane for MAGA. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. Yes, she does. She sounds incredibly sane. Incredibly sane. But oh, now this is something totally different to what I normally do. This is what I've saved for my daughter, because I spotted this video, and let's just say that as soon as I saw it, now it reminds me of my son, because he does have a channel himself. He's quite the gamer. He's quite the gamer, and plays a lot. And if you also want to hear my daughter when she does, because they do stuff together, play games together, double up and whatever they do, and sometimes if he's sort of like reacting to a game and he's talking about a game he likes, he'll write down a script, and more often than not he will spend hours and hours editing his mistakes, because he says he makes a lot of them. Then he asked my daughter if she would read a bit of a paragraph of a script. Well, yeah, go on. So she got the script, read it word for word perfectly, and the look of thunder on his face, as if to say, how did you do that? It takes me hours to do all my editing. You've just done it straight away without He was not happy. But let's just say he's quite the mover when it comes to how can I put it? He's quite the mover. And get him on the dance floor, he can move. And let's just say this happened. This is an old 80s, and I bumped into this, and as soon as I saw it, my first thoughts were, that's my son. That's my son from another life. That's what he did in his other life. Now, the trick is, it's same for my daughter. Can you spot him? My daughter, hopefully she will be able to spot him. This is brilliant. Come on, everybody, get you dancing. I can hear my daughter howling with laughter in the next room. So I gather I think she spotted him. As soon as I saw her, I bellied up laughing because if that was the first thing I thought of, that's my son. What he does, he's really, really good at that. You know, whenever he's out with his friends, you know, he will they'll be on the dance floor with them all, and he'll have them all in a circle doing the reptar dance there. You know, or he'll do the praying mantis dance, and he'll have them all doing it. Cheers for that, my good friend Alistair. Yeah, that's my son's gaming channel. He loves his gaming. If you want to hear him and my daughter, more often than not, my daughter is in howls of laughter. Because without a doubt, my son will usually do silly stuff. But as I was looking for material, anyway, that's what he does. But as he does stuff like that, let's just say that bit of drumming sounded very, very familiar. I think I found the drummer for that bit of a song. Do you reckon that this is true? Yes, that was the drummer to that song. No, I just couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't help but laugh at the fact that I loved at the end when she did she got personal satisfaction from that one. That was the drummer without a doubt. But yeah, that's what he does. He'll get him on the dance floor, and you'll have him dancing to silly stuff, and they think, because he just does it. He just does silly stuff off the cuff, and then he'll do the mantis, or he'll do the reptile around the dance floor, and I'll have a group of people following him doing the reptile, and he does it often. If I tried that, I'll probably fall over. Not because I'm drunk, because my mobility is absolutely shot to pieces. But well, I have to say, Spank the Monkey, I do love a good Def Leppard song. I do enjoy a good Def Leppard song. Oh, thank you for that, Perry. Perry's joined the revolution, I suppose you could say. Thank you for that, much appreciated. But call a nurse, get help, not having it. Woman needs help. Yes. Wonder where he gets it from. I've no idea. I personally think he gets it from his mother's side. Honest. I'm the sensible one. Isn't that right, my darling? My daughter will vouch for me. I'm the sensible one, aren't I? You can get people matches vibes a lot. That's my brother. Yeah, he does have. Yes, but you need to check out drummer at the wrong gig. He's absolutely hilarious. Yes, it does sound familiar, vaguely familiar. Without a doubt, it does sound very, very from Def Leppard. Their drummer was yeah. Rick Allen. Yeah. Do you know what I do enjoy watching? Because sometimes I'll watch people, you know, they'll react to young people who'll react to music that I grew up to, and I've watched young people absolutely losing it listening to stuff like Iron Maiden, Hallowed Be Thy Name, and then I spotted people, you know, young people for the first time watching an old watch old Def Leppard songs and Pour Some Sugar on Me. And I just love to watch the reaction when you see the image of Rick Allen with one drummer. They'll go, the boogieing, and they'll just stop for a minute and go, wait a minute. I didn't imagine that. And then they'll go back, wow, he's got one arm. And they just don't. And it's amazing how you watch some of these people. But DB had to watch that as I missed it now. That was fun. Yes, Dad is the sensible one. Yes, I'm totally not like... How dare you? I am shocked. How dare you? Supposed to be on my side. Yes, I'm the sensible of this family, sensible one in this family, and I have my wife's permission to say so. If you're the sensible one, then wow, your family must be just as... Well, we do have us one or two. Yes, we do have us one or two, but anyway. Oh. Speaking of nutters, Mad Monk, we've had a fair share of what you would class as what you call how can I put it? The conspiracy theorists, the complete nut jobs, those complete bonkers people, especially over the last say a week or so, aren't we? Because let's see if we can find, I suppose that'll do. And the people who you could, the conspiracy theorists. Well, is it Matthew Wright? Well, he managed to find one. Somebody called Danny, and let's just say what he has to say is bonkers. You think too many people where too many people are spending far too much time on the internet.
There's a war on his hands that Donald Trump and Putin are trying to stop.
Hang on, Danny, whoa.
Before we get going, as he's already... What's with Matthew Wright with taking his glasses off and then back on and then taking them off and then back on?
Putin started the wars. How can the guy who started it stop it?
No, so we all know that when these wars start, there's one person that controls both sides. I don't know why we're acting like we
don't know that, Danny. I don't know that. That sounds like the thinking of someone who reads too many conspiracy theories online to me.
No, throughout the whole of history.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, I'm being educated then, Danny. So all wars are run by one person?
Of course they are. It's a profit. It's a money-making scheme. We all know this. The whole world knows this.
Who's the one person then?
Pardon?
Who's the one person running all these wars?
Well, we don't know this, do we?
Okay.
But
So you know there's only one of them, but you don't know who it is.
It's the deep state, the people that are in charge behind the closed doors.
Mate, you are reading too many conspiracy theories. Put your computer or your phone down, draw some breath, go outside, see the world around you. Wake up.
There's a war on his hands that Donald Trump...
Absolutely. Yes, and... Yes, Cathlo J. We're claiming Def Leppard now. Yes, well, they are from Yorkshire, Sheffield, so mind you, their other guitarist, I think he's from Ireland, didn't I? I'm sure he is. Yes, absolutely, that's the case, yes. Yes, totally agree. And, you mean people who appear on Joe Rogan? I get the feeling people with the likes of Joe Rogan, they are pretty much the similar type of people. And let's just say that what they call him. Not only did Matthew Wright get one, so did Ian Dale.
Russia. The reason why it invaded Ukraine was because of NATO expansion.
Oh, God, here we go.
Even the head of NATO admitted that. So I
So you don't believe that sovereign countries have a right to determine which defensive bloc that they wish to join. You think that a country like Ukraine should have that dictated to it by a big country like Russia, because that's not the kind of world I want to live in.
The thing is, you need to see it in context. I think you ignore that in 2014, the United States funded a coup in Ukraine and replaced the pro-Russian government, whether you agree with it or not, with an anti-Russian government. So
the Ukrainian government was elected by the Ukrainian people.
Yeah, but after there was a coup, and after the United States flooded the country with arms. So if the same thing happened in Scotland, you would be against that, wouldn't you?
Honestly, I don't know which channels you've been watching on the internet, but I suspect that you need to watch some different ones and don't swallow this ridiculous Russian propaganda that you and so many other people seem to swallow. Dan, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure, but it really hasn't.
Yes, I think I'd go along with that. Yeah, absolutely spanked a monkey. Tinfoil hatters, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I've kind of lost me, which somebody's... Oh, that's it, yes. Yeah, tinfoil hatters, they're absolutely nutters. This has been the best Friday Frolics yet, Darren. Thank you for brightening my day, you lovable rogue. Thank you very much. I do try my best. I do try to, give you a couple of hours where we just have a bit of a laugh, because when it comes to the end of the week, seeing all the nuts stuff that's happening in the world, you need a bit of a break from it, because it will do you no favours for your mental health. But I often wonder, where do they get their nonsense from? Utter nonsense, yeah. Is it David Icke? Yeah. I once watched I think it was a bit of a documentary with David Icke, and stuff he was saying, you just think, and they're walking past the queues of people waiting to go into his show to watch him, you just think, and some of the stuff they were saying, you just think, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, Reagan, it's a mystery. Yes. But they said it on the telly. No, social media. Wait, the press. No, wait. Hang on a minute. It was my computer. Absolutely, absolutely. My son's face when I introduced him to Stiltskins inside. He was in heaven. Yeah. I remember that song. My God, that's taking me back a fair few years. By God. Oh, that brings me back to my youth when I had my hair. And I had my hair, my drain pipes, my Iron Maiden t-shirt. That brought back some great memories. Here we go. The deep cake. Yeah, absolutely. Spanked a monkey. Yeah, it's always deep state. Yeah, one man's profiting from all this. Don't know who he is, but, profiting from... Not as good as television. Bradford Band. Yes. I'm not sure if they're still going. I know they quit for a while, but I've been still touring locally. But yeah, Tequila. Yes, brilliant. Is Stephen McNeil having to disappear? I know what is. You have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Good evening, Diz. Hope you're well, and hope you've had a lovely day. And welcome to my bit of a Friday frolic, and where we just have a bit of a chill time, where we just take the rise out of mental people. You know what is Sonic. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope you've enjoyed yourself so far, and have a fantastic weekend. But anyway, I have to say, this is one of the weirdest phone calls I have ever heard. This is, without doubt, hilariously funny. Now, what I want you to do in the chat is, when you hear this, tell me, is Cynthia real or fake?
I mean, my wife has been now going for about 20 years since Nudist Beach in Studland Bay, which is in Dorset. My wife is here. Which wants to take it?
Oh. This is Cynthia's husband. I've been going out 20 years with him.
Do you want to pass me over to your wife then, Clive?
I will try. I don't think the reception's good, what she's saying, but I can repeat things what she's saying.
What's your wife's name?
Cynthia.
Okay. It's Clive and Cynthia. Nice. How long have you been going nude for, Cynthia?
Okay. Well, I mean, we've both been going for 20 years, but
I want to hear from Cynthia.
Sorry, here we go. Can you hear it? This is a reception, I would think. Okay.
I just quite wanted into the one thing tense as well. Sorry about that.
I'm not being rude here, Clive.
Yes.
Are you doing a voice for Cynthia, or is Cynthia real?
No.
Can you both speak at the same time?
I think it's just because of the signal.
Yeah, don't worry. But I'd quite like you both to speak at the same time, if possible.
I don't mind talking for her, but the thing is, like I said, she is a bit nervous.
That's fine, but if Cynthia's standing next to you, then why can't you both speak at the same time?
Do you want to talk at the same time, or will we be interfering with LBC signal? What do you reckon? No, I'll talk to you.
It'll be absolutely fine. I've checked.
Yes, well, like I said, I think it's okay, darling, but don't get nervous now. But yes, I was just saying that...
Can you ask Cynthia, what was the last nude beach she went to?
Well, we went to Studland Bay, which was recently, both together. Well, didn't we? I can talk for her on that one, but you like which one? Sorry, about Dawlish. She went to the one in Dawlish. She was in Devon.
But how is she telling you this? Can you ask her? I'd like to hear Cynthia's voice.
Okay, bear with 2 seconds. What did you think? I think Clive's saying to the last beach when we went to. Would you say it was any good? Yes, it was really, really nice.
Cynthia's voice has changed dramatically.
Well, it's because I think she's either starstruck or she's very nervous again. She does get this sometimes.
Thank you, Clive. Thank you, Cynthia. Wow, it's an interesting morning, isn't it?
Yes. You're not say... You don't say... Yes, very interesting morning. Yes. Well, so let's have a look. See what's the decision in the chat. Yes, Leipzig, fake, definitely. Spank the monkey, synthetic, Cynthia, very good. Yeah, wake up and smell the right. Well, if you are going, wake up and smell the roses. Thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful weekend if you are going. But regularly, yeah, you're not wrong there. That was weird. Diz, fake as fuck. Yes, I'm thinking that there does seem to be a pattern in here. Unless again, yeah, it's a figment of his imagination. It's an AI voice. Who knows? I do know. The voice you heard, the last Cynthia voice, went an octave a bit higher, didn't it? Well, thank God you're staying. Work up and smell the roses. But else I guess is AI voice. Yes, yeah, that's it. No balloons were heard during the making of this call. So you definitely AI voice, God's lasses. Very suspicious. Yes, very suspicious. He was saying goodbye to... who's heading off? Right, no worries. So, clearly, Scott's not going to commit. I heard him hit a key there. Yes, he did seem to... Yes, he's a great ventriloquist, yes. Sus as fuck, yes. He has got it, yes. I believe in Cynthia, bless her. So you think it could be Cynthia could be real, and Scott, yes. Heard him hit a key, yes. Split personality. Split personality. Why would you admit going to Studland Beach? Well, yeah. Just going for a wee. Right. I've got to go. Make sure you watch Nathan Barlett, fellow. Rise of the Idiots. Preacher man. No worries, my good friend. Add advice. Thanks for stopping by. Have a lovely weekend, and hopefully see you soon. And yes. So I think the maybe it's a radio cross-dresser. Very much so. I remember one, speaking of a cross-dresser, when I used to work for the council, there were, I was once, I was working, to be honest, it's not far from where I live now, and there was a bit of a crossroad called Bolton Junction, and I remember driving transit van, and I remember as I was driving, and you drive, you've got your peripheral vision, and something caught my eye, and when you just notice something, I'm sat there going, and I look in my van, and it was an old guy with a blonde wig, with suzzies and suspenders, with stiletto heels, but he had one leg on a chair, and he's bending forward while he stood at the window. I couldn't believe it. I've got a lad who lived nearby us at the time, and I bumped into him a little bit later on, and I told him about it. I says, "Oh yeah, he does it all the time. Yeah, I've passed him many a times." And first, I was sat there going, Simon says, fabricant. Well, he did have the what's the word I'm after? The very treacly type hair. So it very much could have been our Michael Fabricant. There was a rumour that Cyril Smith was a cross-dresser at the weekends. Well, this was during the week, so it might not have been him, but that was the weirdest thing I had ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, that was during my times when I worked for the council. So by heck, I could spend a fair few hours talking about some stories at the council. Jesus Christ. By heck. Actually, if I did, chances are my channel would probably get banned. But anyway, less said about that the better. But as we all noticed, as we when it comes to what's been happening, with America siding with Russia and all that, and you've got the people from the European Union and European leaders going over there on a bit of a Red Air mission to try and stop Donald from siding with Vladimir Putin, and like earlier on this week we had what you call the French leader Macron heading over to, try and get onto his good side. And let's just say, this is hilarious. This is absolutely brilliant. We all enjoy the Daily Show, but this is hilariously funny. And enjoy, my friends. This should make you giggle.
The entire continent of Europe is freaking the out. If the United States will help Russia take over Ukraine, who's next? Poland, Latvia, Slovenia, Slovakia, Albania, Estonia? Yeah, I got a 97 in AP Geography. Thank you. Thank you. I would have gotten 100, but I misspelled my name. So yesterday, Europe tried to get Trump back on its side by sending over its most charismatic Trump whisperer, Emmanuel Macron of France. And right from the start of that meeting, you could really see how he let his guard down.
Par la discussion sur les minerais critiques qui sont en train de finaliser.
That is the most beautiful language. I have no idea what he's saying, but that is the elegant, beautiful language.
Yeah, Trump just loves the French accent, probably because it's the native tongue of his hero, Pepe Le Pew. Something about that pervert skunk that Trump finds so relatable. But Macron's accent gives him a lot of leeway to gently correct Trump every time he spews bullshit.
I mean, this war costed all of us a lot of money. And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort. And it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money.
Smile. The guy is smitten. Usually if someone confronts him about being wrong, he takes away their security detail, but he's letting Macron do whatever he wants. I think a sexy accent is his kryptonite.
Yes, totally agree. We have a celebrity in our midst, as well as Flummoxed. Good evening, my friend. I hope you're very, very well. We have the dodgy syrup himself. Yes, Mr. Michael Fabricant. And I would never do that, Mr. Fabricant. I would never take your name in vain. I would never do that. Hope you're both very well. Yes, absolutely did take the piss. But yes, we all wondered what his kryptonite was.
I assumed it was vegetables, but to be fair, it's not just Macron. Trump was swooning over anyone with a sexy accent.
I want to know what is your idea about Italy, if you want to make the same thing.
Can you talk a little louder? You have a beautiful voice, but you're not...
In these days, you speak...
Where are you from?
Italy.
From Italy? Oh, I loved Italy.
Oh, Italy. I love that restaurant with the grocery store attached. Oh, now... Love it. So good. Now tell me, which section are you from? Formaggio? Produce? Self-checkout? By the way, Trump is the only person on earth who has ever asked an Italian person to talk louder. Of course, as we saw last week, not every accent does it for him. Sometimes it just confuses him.
Mr. President, people in India would be welcoming your decision to extradite Tahabur Rana to...
I can't understand a word he's saying.
Dude, come on. If you don't understand understand what someone is saying. Don't be rude and dismiss them. Just laugh and go, oh my God, that's so crazy, like a normal person. I mean, is Trump sure that he wants to be president? Because this is the worst job in the world if you don't understand accents. It's like working as an escort if you're still not 100% sure which hole it's supposed to go in. Although, would that actually make you a great escort? I guess we'll never know. By the way, if you're wondering how tough Indian accents are for Trump, he had to get a translator for it. Not for the language, for the accent.
It is evident that how the deep state of United States was involved in regime change. So what is your point of view about the Bangladesh?
Soros, and what is the role that the deep state played in the situation in Bangladesh?
I can't believe Doge is going around looking for inefficiencies. Meanwhile, Trump has an English-to-English translator.
Yes.
But if you do have to have a translator for accents, why does the translator also have an accent? Maybe the plan was to have a string of translators with slightly less of an accent until they finally got to something Trump could process. Eventually, it'll just be the word Bangladesh written across the boobs of a swimsuit model. Oh, now I get it.
Oh. Yes. It's just like, imagine. Right. I've got to say, she's hilariously funny. Yes. Admiring that massive mushroom. I bet you are, Mr. Fabricant. Dodgy syrup. Mr. Fabricant. Just out of interest, how are you enjoying your time away from the political landscape? Are you enjoying it, or are you desperate to get back in there? Trump got scalped there, as we call it in Scotland. Or didn't he just? Yeah, he probably didn't even realise because we were too busy admiring the French accent. That's why I said a couple of times when I was watching a couple of live streams, I said maybe Keir Starmer should have sent Pepe Le Pew. It'd have been like putty in his hand, wouldn't they? Pepe Le Pew would have gone over to Trump and go, my little darling, my little love puppet, my little sugar lump. It'd have been a dribbling mess all over the floor. I think we should do away with all these horrible tariffs. They do you no good. And it'd have been a absolute dribbling mess. And say, yeah, we'll do away with all tariffs. You have a beautiful accent. Oh, can you take me to bed? Oh no, we won't go there. That's a horrible thought. Not happy one, Mr. Blasé. Rumpo of the Daily Fail messes up over foreign accents, especially Russian ladies. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. European men with sexy accent. Yes. That's it. That's his kryptonite. Wake up and smell the roses. Men with sexy accents. Yes. He's got a dodgier syrup than mine, that orange blob. He most certainly does. I totally agree. No, he doesn't come anywhere close to your dodgy syrup. That's for certain. That was like Marjorie Dawes in Fat Fighters on Little Britain. Yes. This week we'll be talking about dust. That's what we should eat. Dust. Yes. I always remember that one. I always remember that episode where he goes behind all that white screen. You can just see his shadow eating all that food with that trail of sausages. Big massive cake. Lovely cake. Yes. Yes, I know it. Yeah, absolutely does. Yeah, Daily Show rocks. It certainly does. I know, Alice. Yeah, that's an hour and 18 minutes off the show gone. Yeah, where does the time go? This is one of the things I enjoy about this show. Yeah, so everything we can talk about all sorts of serious things, you know, that's happening in the world. It's just an hour and a half where we just chill and just have a good giggle. And I have to say, I've had a good giggle this week, especially that dancer, because as soon as I saw that dancer, my first thought was my son, because that'd be the sort of thing he'd do on the dance floor. He'd be doing all them moves, and everyone else who's out with him, and there'd probably be one or two who were not out with him, he just stood next to dancing, they'd all be copying him. It's the sort of thing he would do. Oops. Let's go back. Yeah, we Scots not only took well how two accents can just clash into a whole lot of goodbye. There's up excellent. Yeah, thank you for that, Alistair. Yeah, doing lots of hunting for cheap rugs. Yeah, have you been successful? Dodgy setup. How the wonderful Michael Fabricants. Have you picked up any cheap, lovely, wonderful, wonderful wigs? Or, you know, rugs, should we say. Oh, yes. You're not wrong there, Diz. He fancies Victoria Starmer. I bet he does. And I bet that's the reason why he never took his wife. Yes. Trump would have had him spanking him if he had a French accent. And had an outrageous French accent. I wonder if he'd have ever liked hello. They follow Madonna in the big boobies. Yes. And you forgot about we'll put playback on a Scottish stream. Yes, DB, it's made me chuckle big time. Made the weekend start great. Oh, good. That's something I've always wanted to do with these Friday frolics. You know, let's get the weekend off to a jolly good start where we get into it, where we just start with a smile on his faces. You know, the world could be going to hell in a handcart with whatever happens, but at least we'll have a smile on his faces. Good evening, Hugh Janus. Dodgy had to run off, had an issue with his rug and some flammable hairspray daily. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're very well, and hope you enjoy the rest of my Friday frolic. Hello was hilarious. Yes, I did enjoy it. It was very, very good. Listen, I shall say this only once. Yes. Always very, very funny was what they call was hello. But let's just crack on, see where we go from here. But this is a short little clip, but it just made me chuckle because for some strange reason, something within me is telling me that this mother is a teacher. Now, they always say, and I've always learnt this, I learnt this the hard way, never mess with your mother because you are liable to get it. Something tells me this mother was a teacher or is a teacher.
Dale, va, dale.
Teacher, without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, that was a shot and a half. What's a weekend? Well, yes. I suppose it depends if you're working, innit, I suppose. Mr. Trump, I will say that this only once. Renee has a big one what? Big one what? An accent. Will you repeat that? Yes. Yes. Listen, Mr. Trump, I just say this only once. It's about the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. As soon as you mention the big boobies, his eyes will blow up like footballs, won't they? Ooh, I love big boobies, yes. I love hooters, yes. Yes, PE teacher without a shadow of a doubt. Full house. I have to say, when I saw that, I just thought that was just made me... Oh, that was a killer aim. Yes. So all I will say is, if you dish your mum, that's what's coming for you. Yes, so be careful round your mum. Even I have to be careful more often than that. The only trouble is I don't even bother running because she'll catch me with my mobility problems. But anyway. But let's see if this works. Will this work? Oh yes. Give me a quick second. Let's yes. If you just right, let's see if it's not sure it's really going to work. Oh, this might work. This might work better. It's not exactly ideal, but see, one of the things I always enjoy is News Thump. And let's see if I can sort this out from this angle. Is it? Yes. Give me a quick minute. And then yes, we're cooking all on gas now. Yes. Let's get on to this rather situation where, you know, where since after our Elon Musk had basically had his knee felt by the rampant orange pervert from the other side of the pond, it was then down to our rather drab Prime Minister Keir Starmer, as is set for Oval Office meeting Elon Musk's 4-year-old son. Yes. Yes, press one-eyed Dave. Good evening, my good friend. Hope you're very, very well. You couldn't outrun my mum. She was the country champion at the 100 metre. Oh, Jesus Christ. So if you really, made a horrendous ricket and you were in trouble, you might as well just stand still and just take it. And yeah, good evening, Julie Brown. Hope you're very, very well. So yes, our Prime Minister had a meeting in the Oval Office with well, he might as well have been Elon Musk's 4-year-old son, because as we can tell with what they call it, the actual meeting, he probably would have got more sense out of Elon Musk's son. So yes, in true News Thump style, you know, no serious newspapers here we'll leave that to the professionals like Reagan and Max and Ed and whoever else is going to be doing some live streaming later on. But yes, in the article, in this sensible article, Honest, yes, it said Keir Starmer has arrived at the Oval Office for crunch talks with Elon Musk's 4-year-old son. The Prime Minister landed in Washington with hopes of discussing important issues like the safety of Ukraine and rising tensions with Russia, though his plans were soon sidelined after his son, I'm not going to try and even get close to trying to pronounce that, demanded to watch Bluey. Yes, well, you know what I mean? It's got to get the important stuff done first. Starmer said, and I'll try it in my incredibly, horrendously bad Keir Starmer accent. It was a productive meeting, said Starmer, giving X a piggyback. He didn't seem to know much about what was going on in Ukraine, but then again, neither did Trump. Most of the meeting was spent calling me poopy nose and wiping bogies on the Resolute desk. At one point, he punched me in the bollocks just for a laugh. Yes. It's a funny old life. 1 minute you're at Downing Street announcing a historic rise in defence spending. The next minute you're in the Oval Office cutting the crust off a 4-year-old's sandwich to stop him from screaming. I suppose the visit wasn't a complete waste of time. At least it reminded me to go get a vasectomy. Yes. Elon Musk, whose kids all have stupid fucking names, was criticised for bringing X and whatever all that shite is to the White House early this month during a press briefing about extensive government cuts. I'm not thrilled the United States is being governed by a 4-year-old, Starmer admitted, but the American people voted for President Trump, so we have to respect their decision. Yes, and that was yes, that was News Thump, where Keir Starmer set for Oval Office meeting with Elon Musk's 4-year-old son. So what could possibly go wrong? Yes, that's yes, yes. That Mini Elon going to rub his bogies on one Keir. Yes, and punching him in the bollocks and calling him poopy nose. Yes. Don't put yourself down to be your top. Well, oh, thank you. I do my best. But there are people out there who do some fantastic work. May I just find the silly stuff? Peppa Pig's mum is pregnant again. Oh dear, oh dear. Need to get there for a few days. I heard that and our questions regarding the father being asked of David Cameron. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did heard that on the radio travelling home tonight. Oh, what did we hear? What have we heard? I've missed something. Have I missed something? Oh, press conference cancelled. Is that what we're... Bear with DB, it's technical issues. Oh, yeah. Well, bear with... Yes, I'll be having a beer later. That's just my mind thinking into overdrive there, Alistair. Because I'm going to have a cheeky beer once I've had my live stream. And Peppa Pig's mum is pregnant again. Is that the news? Cameron the piggy diddler. Disgraceful, but well, what do you expect from Eton? That's private education for you, isn't it? Can't say can't say question relevant. Oh dear. So that's the main news. But what I will ask is, what did you guys think about the press conference with I do apologise, Diz. Yes, I do have to keep up. But what did you guys think about the press conference with our Prime Minister and the 4-year-old? I think the best analysis I heard, it was like a mother, you know, trying to get a 4-year-old to eat his carrots, you know, as he sat in his high chair, you know, and Keir Starmer with the vegetable soup. Right, come on, Donald. Right, I'm going to do the aeroplane with this carrot. Meow. And Donald Trump's going. Let's just say I thought the King's Letter was a bit of a masterstroke. He was like putty in his hands, wasn't he? Here I have in my hand, Donald, this piece of paper. and to say he absolutely sold it. To say he sold it to the orange one. He was just like... Now, the one thing I did notice is that when he opened the letter, he just paused and looked at and he handed it back to him, and I thought, he can't read that. And now I have heard, now whether there's any truth in it, is that he cannot read without his reading glasses, and he doesn't like to put them on in public. Talk about being vain as fuck. Yeah, absolutely. Now, is it right what I've heard? It'll be... Is it up... The visit's up in Scotland? Because if it is, I know there's a fair few of my frolicers and up who live up in Scotland. I can imagine there'll be a fair few Scottish people up there who'll be sort of like storing up 3-litre plastic bottles, you know, just for the visit, you know, storing up down in the basement. Yes, wife will be saying, "Why are you storing all them milk plastic bottles full of piss for when the orange one comes here? We're going to give him a proper Scottish welcome." Yeah, you could say, because like he looked at it, and then he handed it. Can you read that bit? And I thought, and first I thought, surely you can read. And then when I heard somebody say that, is it Balmoral? Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I heard it's Scotland, so it's going to get some. So he's going to get some drivers. Well, I think wherever he goes, he's proper going to get a proper UK welcome, isn't he? He'll get a book face reception. Still penniless in on Scotland, yes. Balmoral, we'll give him a welcome. Might not be warm enough, I can well imagine. But oh dear. But yeah, when I was watching that, I thought, he's played a blinder there, and he proper milked that. And he proper milked it, didn't he? He proper milked that letter. And I just sat there thinking to myself, wow, you've proper outdone yourself. And what I found really, really, really interesting you know, is the utter copium. The utter, because like I spent the whole of the afternoon, basically, you know, reading the trolls and all, you know, the trolling that. Well, I was doing a bit of trolling because I just couldn't help myself, because I'm always been one of these where, whatever your political affiliation, I always want what's best for the country. And I suppose in a way, when I first heard that he was going to get an official letter for the a state visit, I thought, oh dear. And I thought, oh dear. That, do we really have to? But the more you think about it, you just think, unfortunately, just gonna have to, aren't you? Because what else have we got? But what I did when I first found out what had happened, I thought, I'm gonna have a little look, and you know the right wing nuts, and boy, they have been proper huffing the copium. They have been going absolutely bonkers. And like, we all, and I came across this tweet. Yes, it's from our Kemi Badenoch. And let's just say, it just basically sums up a Tory to a T, because for simple reason, she couldn't help herself, you know. In my first PMQs, I called for 2.5% of GDP on defence. Tick. A Trump visit. Tick. Restarting the UK-US free trade agreement that President Biden paused. Tick. These are positive outcomes, but, in other words, yes, it's down to me that we're getting all that. You know, I'm claiming full responsibility for everything. Good evening, global citizen. I hope you're very, very well. The president's words on the share gun deal ain't a guarantee. It serves our national interest, or UK taxpayers. You know, forgetting to mention that it was her party that started the negotiations, didn't they? And we haven't seen the final terms of the deal, but we mustn't foot the bill for surrendering territory the UK already holds. And it was just your classic Tory, isn't it? You know, when somebody does well and that's done very, very well, they'll claim full responsibility. But when they do something that knackers up the country, you know, maybe like, I don't know, maybe Brexit, and it's somebody else's fault. Nothing to do with me, Gov. It's your classic Tory. When somebody does well, you know, they'll claim that it was down to them. But when something goes horribly wrong, it's somebody else's fault. It's your classic Tories, isn't it? And the copium that I tell you who's been worse for it, really, really bad for it, have been, well, I couldn't help myself, you know, because I spent the day basically, you know, trolling some of these, you know, even when given the open goal to do the easy thing and say, well done, Prime Minister, and show how much you want what's best for this country, you decide to shoot and hit the corner flag and try to make it all about you in a desperate attempt for relevance. Pathetic. And I thought the Trump so sad bit was quite perfect. Absolutely. Good evening, Cupid Stunt. Totally agree. Hope you're very, very well. Friday Frolic, it's all done in the best possible taste. I would do throw my legs, you know, like Kenny Everett did, but I'm liable to throw my laptop over here. You'll see things flying and me swearing in Queen's, in Anglo-Saxon. I think, what the hell have I done? But there were a number of other people. And there were a number of people who were not impressed with her attempt to try and steal the limelight. Meanwhile, Starmer delivered, sit down and fuck off till they sack you. Yes, another one. Did you know you might have enhanced your reputation? Yes, I quite agree. Having the good manners to congratulate Sir Keir on his successful trip to Washington. But no, you tried to make it all about you and then carp on about the Shagun Islands. Now, at the end of the day, I think a lot of us here will not be big Keir Starmer fans, but to be fair to him, he did very well over there, didn't he? You can safely say that was very much a success. And whether you like him politically or not, you can definitely tell he does work incredibly hard at what he's trying to achieve, whether you like it or not. And I was trying to think of her name now. She was on the James O'Brien show, and she said something very, very interesting. He's a little bit like a chameleon when it comes to politics, and I thought it was an interesting take where she says that's the lawyer in him. Where she said that what he does, he's acting like the bit of a lawyer in him, where he's representing his client. You know, when he's a lawyer, whether he agreed with, I suppose it's the, you know, he can't really pick and choose who you're going to represent. And yeah, absolutely, Alistair. Yeah, he did. He played an absolute blinder, and she basically said that's the chameleon politician in him. He will do whatever he thinks it's necessary to whenever he's representing his client. And in his eyes, she said, he believes that his clients are the British people, whether you agree with him politically or not. And I thought, and I thought that's an interesting view. And yes, absolutely, Cupid Stunt. Are we talking about the new Tory superhero, Kemi, aka Gaff Girl? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Gaff Girl. Yeah, because let's be honest, when it came to PMQ, she had a proper open goal, didn't she? And again, she basically walloped the corner flag, didn't she? She's going and she'll be gone. She will not represent Tories at the next election. And I still think the best line I've ever read, if she had a political shotgun, she'd aim for her toes first before she blows her own foot off. And that's what she does. She's just woefully rubbish. But yeah, another one, Britain for Trump. And if you can't get a positive skit from somebody who's Britain for Trump, you know you're in trouble. Kemi, it's over. The Conservatives are irrelevant. I gave you my vote for over 10 years and you betrayed us. I will be voting Reform UK at the next election. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. You are about as effective opposition as Starmer is on smashing the gangs. Far too weak, Kemi. Kick Starmer. It's not bad, actually. At every turn. Kick Starmer at every turn, just like he does you. You are losing support to the most unpopular man ever to walk this island. Let's be extreme. I don't think he's that bad. Yeah, exactly. It does seem to be a bit of a theme in it. You are not irrelevant. You are not relevant. I nearly said irrelevant there. Yeah, there does seem to be a bit of a theme, doesn't it? But let's be honest, she is just woeful in it. You know what I mean? In a desperate attempt for relevance. But hold on a sec. But this one proper made me chuckle. And it's like, as I say, there were some fantastic pieces of satire. You know, this guy, Mark Hammond, Farage watching Trump with Starmer. That had me in hysterics. That was funny. I just chuckled. And there's some belting little bits in the. Let's see if I can. And somebody put another bit in. Is it still there? Is it still in there? Yes, that made me chuckle. We go live for Lee Anderson's reaction. That is just. Yes, Lee Anderson absolutely losing his shit. But yes, that was just hilarious. Trump will probably try and eat those sausage fingers. Yeah, probably would. Yes. After a state visit, he'll say, yes, they say, see, the king has big fingers, big hands, but they're not as big as my hands. My hands are the biggest hands the world has ever seen, because I'm perfect. Yes, but there was some absolutely belty ones in. Anyone seen the resemblance? Well, yes. Oh, yes, I told of Turd Hall. It's over, isn't it? I'll say. I was chuckling my way through and do me a little bit of trolling as well. But anyway. But yeah, the copium was hilariously funny. But anyway, let's just say now, all I will say is that when I always liked, I made this little bit of a thing because when I saw all the copium that was happening through the right wing nuts, I had to make this little bit of creation just for you guys. And let's just say I found it. I'll give us a quick sec. I'll just add a bit of it. Nearly there. What I basically done, so as I was, what you could say, I was basically getting everything. Then my mouse clicked on something on it and took it all off. But what I basically done was got a little bit creative just for you guys, you know, as to basically sum up what happened today. And all I will say is, I hope you guys are a bit of Barry Manilow fans, because this is a bit of a perler.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping. coping so hard. Coping and seething. You are coping and seething.
Hope you enjoyed that, because I just couldn't resist. Yes. You're not wrong there, Cupid stunt. You were a minor brain. I was there basically concentrating, and then my mouse just clicked onto something that's on this table, and it took everything away. Nearly a perfect live stream there, but never mind. But yes, absolutely. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thought Chump was going to have an og. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Wake up and smell the roses. Yes. Yes, you're not wrong there. I thought he was going to turn. I thought he was going to turn into a dribbling mess on the floor. Is he? Groovy, all your finger popping. Daddy, yes, but I'm glad you like that. But I just thought what I was witnessing today, because Talk TV, they were proper huffing on it. See you later, my good friend, and thanks for stopping by, Scott. And hopefully maybe see you soon on Politics Social. So I'll probably pop on and have a bit of a chat. But anyway, we've come into the last couple. Let's just say that we've missed these guys. We have definitely missed these guys. And let's just say that there's been a certain person who we've been missing for quite a while, and that is our wonderful caller from a certain part of the British Isles called Portsmouth. Yes, it's our Colin from Portsmouth. Love to the family.
Colin from Portsmouth's on the line. Hello, Colin.
Why are the tofu-eating wokerati all up in arms about Keir Starmer wanting us to be all up in arms?
Right, sorry, Colin, I don't follow that.
Keir Starmer has increased defence spending and suddenly everyone's all against it.
Well, I think that's partly because he's cut foreign aid to fund spending on defence.
Well, that's good.
If you see what I mean,
That's good. Those poorer countries who depend on our aid, they'll be absolutely livid. And you know what foreign countries are like if they get a bee in their body about something?
Oh, yes.
They'll be coming after us. This way we'll be protected when they do.
I think maybe people are a bit worried that he's going against his election pledges on foreign aid. Is that not a bit dodgy there, Colin?
No, I don't agree with that. Anyone who expects politicians to be honest about what they're going to do need to have a word with themselves. How would anyone ever get elected if they were honest?
All right, but what about the environmental policies being trashed? He's trashing policies left, right and centre.
No, look, I like a rabbit lolloping over the countryside as much as anyone else. But choking on smog is part of our God-given British identity. And we'd lose out on the tourism dollar if people can't come over here and laugh at our short-sighted Cockney ways.
A fifth runway at Heathrow, Colin. There'll be 50,000 more flights operating out of our airport.
Oh, use your noggin, mate. When the ice caps melt, there's going to be a hell of a crush to get a flight out of here, isn't there?
Yeah, well,
so
that's
much
true.
easier if there's more flights. Anyway, mate, thanks for having me on. Love to the family.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family.
I don't think they should be renationalising the railways, though. No way do I want to sit next to someone who previously couldn't afford a rail ticket. People who, through no fault of their own, are poor, have no one to blame but themselves.
Yes, exactly. Yes, those are people and weren't born into rich families, have nobody to blame but themselves. Yes, absolutely. I do love to meet Colin. Sounds like a top chap. He most certainly does, doesn't he? Absolutely. I have to say, we've missed our Colin. Yes. But anyway, and finally, as What we'll do is we'll. Oh, all right then. Oh my God, Mad Monk, you guys who are the moderators, you guys, you've got a bit of a decision to make, haven't you? If Reagan Elite is doing a show at 7:30 the same time as All Shorts, oh my God, you've got a bit of a got a bit of a choice. You might be onto something there, Jeannie Bottle. Colin works at Reform HQ as the yes. Now, apples and pears, elephants, castles, sticking up your look, there's Winston on his bike off to buy some cigars. Absolutely. But as finally, finally, now there has been a bit of a shocking story that's been unearthed in Ireland that that needs to be addressed because somebody from America has taken a trip down to Ireland, and they're not very happy because, keep it to yourselves, they don't sell bagels. Now, our roving reporter Garrett, yes, this bloke is very much delicious. Now, this guy, our roving reporter Garrett, is onto this like a flash to explain the reason why there are no bagels in Ireland. Take it away, our Garrett.
I just seen an American woman complaining about the lack of bagels in Ireland, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Bagels are shit. The Irish are not big bagel people. What purpose does the hole serve? What is its use? What is its function? The hole is nothing but an inconvenience. Stuff has a tendency to leak through it, so I have to conduct constant surveys of the hole to make sure I'm not losing any of my fucking sandwich. Also, I've paid for that amount of bread. You don't have the right to take a hole out of it and put it back in your greedy little bagel making machine, you fucking capitalist scum. Also, I feel like bagels are always a small bit stale. Like, not stale, but not fresh. Get yourself a brioche bun, a French baguette, a fucking slice of bread. All of these are superior to the bagel. The Irish will never be brainwashed into this ridiculous sandwich type. Follow me, I'm delicious. This was a pointless video.
Absolutely. Follow him, he's delicious. Yes. Now, I don't know. I'm not... Now, I'm indifferent. I don't mind a bagel, but I certainly won't rush to the shops to get one. But I totally get the point of why is there a hole in the middle? Because if I want to put a bit of brown sauce, it's just, if I have a ham bagel with a bit of brown sauce, it's just asking for trouble, isn't it? You know where that sauce is going, all down the shirt, and my darling wife, she will not be happy with me, and that will be me in the doghouse, and she'll be throwing shoes at me, like that woman was doing earlier on, like that PE teacher. Yeah, you're not wrong, Leipzig. He's got a fine pair of pipes, hasn't he? Brilliant singer. And I've said, did I see a bit of a video of him playing guitar with, is it Daniel O'Donnell, if I remember rightly? I could be mixing him up with another singer, but I'm sure it was Daniel O'Donnell. So yeah, he's quite talented and very, very funny. Yes. Bagels are ripping people off. There's a big chunk missing in the middle of them. Yes, yes, I quite agree. Needs a rolling square sausage. Yes, absolutely. But Anyway, I'm going to just say thank you for stopping by. I hope we've spent a good couple of hours having a bit of fun and having a good giggle, and I hope we've sort of like helped to welcome in the weekend. And it just leaves me to say big round of applause to my moderators, Alistair and Mad Monk. You know, even though Giles not with us today, but I can't do this show without them, because I remember right from the offset I did seem to have a bit of a troll in the chat who clearly didn't get the whole point of Friday Frolic. I have to venture out into the real world, so catch Reagan late all shots later on, and all of yours later. Great week, and yeah, same to you, Cathal J, and thanks for stopping by. And it just leaves me to say, give a thumbs up for my moderators, because they do a fantastic job. And it just leaves me to say, have a lovely weekend. Take care, my friends, and hopefully see you soon. And we will look forward to seeing it in the next Friday Frolic, because I do enjoy these. So I will bid you farewell. Have a lovely weekend, and thanks for stopping by, and take care, my friends, and thank you for watching the show.